when you want to change the filament, or we've run out of filament, we go into the filament options and we've got this load, change and manual option. So if we've run out, which in this case we haven't, we've got plenty of filament, we would just go load and it would follow the prompt. If we want to change, as in we're nearly out, but we haven't got enough for a print, so we're just going to replace it now with a new spool, we would go to this change process. And what it's going to do is, I'll show you, it's going to heat up first, and then you see it starts to unload. So if we spin over here, you can see it's going to unwind. So if I just slowly spin the spool, it's going to pull it back out of the printer, and it should basically pull it all the way until there's no filament at all in the printer at all. So if we just slowly turn it, there we go, we've run out. So now I could take my spool off and get my new one. To load it, the best way I've found is just to sit the filament off to the side, and then it's just going to tell you, yep, put in the new filament and then press OK. So if we just feed it up through this little hole where the nice convenient arrow is, and we just push it up as far as we can, so we can see it's butted up against the gear there, and then we just press OK and give it a little bit of helping hand to make sure it grabs, and then from that point it's just going to start pulling. So we can basically reload the spool, put the cover back on, and you see it's going to say press OK when new color appears. So what it does is it feeds at the speed you just saw, which is very quick, and it's going to feed through this plastic pipe, so it gets most of the way, and then it slows down to a normal printing speed, otherwise it's going to jam or start chewing out the motor. So at this point it's going to be very slow, and we're basically just watching this nozzle until we start to see the filament come out. And as soon as we see that filament come out, you just press OK on the button, and then it'll stop trying to push filament through, and then we're finished. So sometimes this can take a little while, and there we go, you can see the filament coming out. So now I go back here and I just press OK, and then this little excess I can just basically pull off, and I'm done. I've got a new load of filament, I can go back and I can start printing.